What we're doing is not good enough for the students of Puerto Rico.
That's Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona speaking in May. His grandparents are from the island. Cardona isn't just talking about test scores. There are other stark gaps. Compared with the mainland, students in Puerto Rico are less likely to graduate high school, go on to college, and eventually earn a bachelor's degree. Some of this is because of limited professional development for teachers, as well as poor pay. But many reasons go beyond the school system.
There's an element of racism in the treatment of Puerto Rico. That's true now. It's been true for decades upon decades.
John King, whose mother is from the island, is the former Secretary of Education under President Obama. Puerto Rico occupies a nebulous position as an unincorporated territory, meaning its residents are U.S. citizens but lack a presidential vote and representation in Congress. As the island continues to wrestle with the fallout of its bankruptcy, King says that's a big problem.
You don't have folks who are showing up in Congress every day fighting for resources for the island. And so you see that there isn't the commitment to Puerto Rico and Puerto Rican kids that there should be.
Child poverty is widespread at 55%, more than 3 times higher than on the mainland.
And then you add in the huge outflow of population over the last few years.
The student population has essentially halved since 2006. Fewer kids means under-enrolled schools, which has led to mass school closures. Teachers were reassigned, children had longer commutes, and buildings were left vacant. Ana Diaz, who teaches third graders, has experienced the plummeting enrollment firsthand. She says she worries a lot, especially since Hurricane Maria hit in 2017.
Se supone que hasta 30 yo pueda tener en mi salón.
30 kids are supposed to be able to fit into my classroom, but since Maria, it's been significantly lower.
She started the last year with just 14 students, the fewest she's had in more than 2 decades of teaching. In addition to hurricanes, the island has faced earthquakes, floods, and mudslides, all of which have pushed families to move to the mainland. And that has implications for Diaz's job as well. If more students leave, she could be transferred to a different school. And then there's the problem of teacher compensation. The average pay in Puerto Rico was $27,000 in 2018. Teachers in U.S. states average more than twice that.
Los compañeros maestros están extremadamente...
My fellow teachers are extremely more than frustrated. I would have to use a stronger expression than that.
Last year, teachers learned they would no longer receive a guaranteed pension, and their retirement age was postponed. Those decisions were made by a federally appointed oversight board.
Si me faltaría una vida para jubilarme, lo que yo...
I would need a lifetime more to retire, but I'm not going to teach classes into my 70s.
Last year, teachers received a temporary $1,000 a month bump, but it's unclear how long that will last. It was possible because of almost $6 billion in federal funds. That money is paying for updates to the district's record systems from paper to electronic, to decentralized school administration and building improvements. All important changes, but it's unclear how or when those changes will trickle down to improve student achievement. For NPR News, I'm Kavita Cardoza in Carolina, Puerto Rico.